The Critshow contains elements of horror, fantasy violence, and adult language. Content warnings can be found in the episode description.
Hello, everybody.
Oh my, what is this?
And welcome.
He eats one fish skin.
That's going to be a shocker without context.
Well, I need to know this correlation between sultry voice and having eaten one fish skin.
Changes a man.
Yep,
We received a bag of treats.
we did.
And it's a spicy salted egg fish skin.
Yeah.
Or something.
And then a cheddar one.
Yeah, and a cheddar one. I haven't tried the cheddar one yet, but everybody was very afraid of them. And I wanted to be a brave boy, so I tried it. And I think it's fine. But Tass also tried it, and he doesn't think it's fine.
It was way better than I would have guessed, but not to a point of I want more.
Did it, as Megan said, change a man?
It changed what I was eating directly after that.
He had to wash it down with Cheetos.
I did.
See, I feel like it tasted like a spicy pork rind, and then just like the faintest hint of seafood at the end. Certainly no aftertaste, though. You feel a strong aftertaste.
I still have it through the Cheetos.
I would eat more of them right now if we weren't recording.
I say just go for it. Live your best life.
I think part of that desire, though, is just because we talked about a fish so much in the last episode.
Yeah, you know who else is eating fish skin is the crew of the Hot Nugget.
Oh, God.
Thank you. Thank you for bringing it back. I might have forgotten. Yes, last time our heroes embarked on their journey across the Frost Sea, started deploying the icebreaker. Einon noticed something following them beneath the surface, which revealed itself as a titanic fish, camouflage hunter.
The Constellation Carver.
The Constellation Carver, as they named it, which is way better than the name I had for it, which now you will never know because nobody
Hot
ever learned
Nugget
it.
2.
Hotter nugget.
That's like its like proper name, though. That's its first and last
That's
name.
its like scientific name.
Oh, come on. You got to break off a little piece of what you had.
Hotterus nuggetus.
No, come on.
You said it was a mix between a anglerfish and
A whale.
And a whale.
a wanglerfish? Is that what you got?
A wangfish. The Titanic wangfish is what it was called. But anyway, they managed to fell that thing arrow after arrow, keeping the ship aloft despite its attacks. And then Maxine and Kade, in trying to determine exactly where they needed to go and how much farther their journey would take them, channeled ether, which revealed itself through the hide of the fish, through the ice beneath them, and in the form of a beam of light stretching into the sky far, far away. And that is where we find ourselves right now. Some aboard the Hot Nugget, some on the ice below, seeing this singular beam of light shooting up over the horizon.
Do you all see that as well, or am I having some sort of spell?
I think it worked.
Yeah.
Okay, I did just like find a piece of that chip that was like stuck in my teeth, and it tasted more like fish.
This is Carver talking.
I taste the fish and the chips now. Anyway, what are you talking about?
Oh shit, a beam of light.
Oh, damn.
What precisely worked?
Well, I was just thinking that since we're so close to where the movement core is supposed to be, maybe we could tap into it.
Oh.
That's our heading.
Will that just stay on, or should we sort of mark it?
Yeah, I have no idea. If you could, I don't know, draw a line or use a sextant, the wayfind. I don't know. I don't know how you do this, but
I've got you. First thing I want to look at is if there's any physical feature in that direction that I can use as like a marker if this light does go away, like a ridge of some mountain or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I think you could identify a landmark between here and there.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just going to kind of analyze that and keep that in mind for triangulation.
Okay. I think Carver also pulls out the map, and he is charting the course, finding where exactly you are on the map, approximating where that light is on the map, and drawing a line.
This doesn't matter, but I have to know now. Does he also use the stars to navigate since he's in a part of the ocean where you can see him?
Yeah, I think from observation as you are watching him chart, you can see that he is looking up and consulting the night sky above.
Nice.
Well, I suppose that makes our heading fairly specific. Whichever way we decide to move forward, have a bit more warmth if we continue on the ship for as long as we can, though it does make an awful lot of noise if there are more predators of land or sea.
Carver chimes in. We've also now additionally essentially lit a flare that seems to have originated from right here, so anything down there in the darkness is going to see one burning point of light that started right where we currently are.
Oh, maybe moving then will be a good idea first.
All right, then. Pressing on aboard the ship?
Yeah, I want to get one thing real quick. I'm going to go over where, like, the crew is all working on cutting up the fish, and I want to try to get its light, its angler light.
Okay, it's pretty big.
Yeah.
Do you just want the bulb? Do you also want, like, the stalk?
A bit of the stalk.
Okay.
Enough to swing that thing around if you need to.
Yeah, I mean, I think you're looking at, like, something the size of Smee trying to get that loose. So how are you? Are you just cutting at it? Just getting a blade and going to town?
Yeah.
Okay. Then, I think it's just a small investment of time. Some of the crew come to assist when they see what a undertaking this is. But yeah, you cut through bit by bit. There's like a lot of fatty tissue surrounding this thing. And eventually you drop this bulb. It lands with a squishy thunk on the ice below. And you are able to start rolling it back towards the ship.
I would also like to get several of its teeth.
Its face is back in the water. You'd have to go in to get to the teeth.
Ooh.
Or you'd have to somehow heft its carcass up out of the water and onto the ice.
I get everybody from the ship on the carcass and we start running on it like a log. To get it to spin.
Just cut into it from the top and go into where the teeth are.
Oh, there we go.
gruesome.
I'd already started. I cut some of the way.
Just go in through the... How'd that go, rough?
Just go in through the angler hole.
One more time?
Yeah, one way or another, I'm getting some of these teeth.
I mean, I believe you, but which one of those two ways? The fact that this thing's face is in the water is one of the few truths I established that I remember establishing at the end of the last episode, so I feel like I gotta stick to it.
Yeah, that's fair.
I love how Tass is like, this is happening, make it make sense. And Jake's like, no, you make it make sense.
I'll get in the water.
Okay. I think this is going to be a very difficult physique roll
Oh, okay.
to endure these conditions. I think it's going to be very difficult, Tass. A very difficult physique roll.
Okay, but I'd know that, right? Like, I guess looking at my courses, would I know that would almost kill me versus like digging my way through its head and just ripping some out and being covered in goo?
Don't forget, we've got 2 free invokes on equipped for the Frost Sea.
That's
so
true.
We did do the work to have equipment.
God, I don't want to use it for that though. I just want some flavor items here, and I don't want to use our stuff for that.
I think Einon knows that making it this far by ship is hard to survive.
Yeah.
Yeah, going in the water is nearly a death sentence.
Okay, then I'm like going in through the gills as we're digging out the meat.
Okay, gross. I don't care for it, so you get there. You do it.
And that's the trick to getting away with things with Jake as the GM.
It takes some time. You tunnel through and like drop down into its closed mouth where there is a little bit of cold seawater just pooled that almost immediately you lose sensation in your feet as they touch the water. It's so cold.
Sure.
But you walk over and break loose some teeth.
All right, I'm going to get like 6.
Okay. And I mean, each of them is like cutlass sized, like they're huge.
That's what I was hoping for. Dope. And I'll come back up.
Maxine, is there any horrible shit you'd like to do to this poor animal's body?
No. I have my back to this entire terrible scenario. I don't want to see any of this. I'm just looking at the maps and the surrounding area.
All right, you all do your scavenging, get back aboard. The crew collects like a substantial amount of meat off of this thing, and they go for some of the parts as well. And they kind of like stake it off. Like they kind of rope this thing and drive stakes into the ice to keep it here so that hopefully they can come back for more later.
Nice.
But everybody hops back aboard. You fire up the paddles once again and start breaking ice, moving further inland. And as Carver had said, like it was sort of a crapshoot on how far you'd be able to get. You knew that either way it was probably a couple of days to the edge of your radius. You make it a little over a day before the ship can't do it anymore. You're just pounding at this one section of ice over and over and over again with the icebreaker, and it's just not going to make it through. You know that from here it is on foot. And Carver comes to you all and says, well, I suppose our odds are going to be a lot better not trying to travel everybody on foot. Yes, that would be quite an expenditure of resources.
Yes, honestly, I don't think we're going to need a lot of people anyways. We just need to find out what we're dealing with and see if we can fix it.
Yes, I'd say whoever you would like to come along, whether that's yourself or trusted crew, so that you have a better understanding of the way there in case this light does go out, then that would be really the only reason that we would need anyone along. Otherwise, we're fairly self-sufficient.
I think the thing that we do need when it comes to like additional people is just however many people it would be for the narrative positioning equipment and parts we've collected to work on this one. You know what I'm saying? Because I know we've got these hold to spend, but I don't know if we have to like just narratively acknowledge that, that we're taking some crates and stuff with us.
Just put it all in Smee.
He's filled with a giant angler dangle.
Oh.
Okay, yeah. You bring a handful of crew along. He orders most of them to stay back with the ship, tend to it, make sure to fight off anything else that might come for it.
Before we go with the idea of like them defending the ship while we're gone, on those last couple days of travel, the thing that I want to do is run a line from the engine into the anglerfish's headlamp, hoping that ether would light it up so that they can maybe use that as a deterrent from anything that would recognize what that fish was.
Interesting. Okay.
And might coincidentally be a lure for smaller things that they could catch.
Yeah.
Yeah, give me an overcome with lore, trying to beat a 4.
4. And I'll use my last charge of ill-gotten goods to kind of add the like needed pieces to make sure that this lights up correctly and that they can like throw it out, almost like an anchor, like that they can throw it over the back. It can be lowered down into the water and turned on, but they can bring it back up.
Okay.
And I think that like as I'm testing it, it lights up and you see it just flashes ads.
All right, so the three of you and Carver and just a handful of other crew start off on the journey on foot towards this beacon. The conditions are obviously frigid, but kind of surprisingly like still out here. There's not a lot of like freezing wind whipping around you. There is a little bit that'll kick up some of the powder, some of the snow and blow it around. There is sort of a perpetual light snowfall coming down, just seems like all the time. But other than just the extremely cold temperatures, it's all right. And you are able to hike at a decent pace towards this beacon, like making good time as you had estimated. And after a few hours of hiking, like once the ship is out of sight, you start to get eyes on like the ecosystem of this place, like the nature of this place as not disturbed by your thunderous ship. You do see that there are some creatures out here. Occasionally, you can faintly make out something in flight, a bird or a bat or something, although it's hard to tell against just the dark sky. Most things seem to try to flit away or run as the light you are casting gets close. And you do see Einon a familiar looking, from its description, quadruped. This big horse looking thing, this unicorn with a horn of ice. Actually, you see several of them. What is the word for like a school of horses?
A herd, I think.
Is it a herd? You see a herd of them. Megan doesn't seem convinced by herd. Do you have a different one?
I think it's a murder.
Band.
Oh, band of horses.
I'm finding different terms for how many there are.
All right, what's like half a dozen?
No, let's go with band of horses because that's a good band.
Okay.
I am also just seeing herd used a lot.
Yeah, herd is used a lot. 10 to 20 horses is called a harem.
No, it's not a harem.
That's what it says.
No, I'm not saying that information's
That's
not correct. I'm saying that's not what you're encountering in this game.
But these are unicorns, so it's a rainbow of unicorns.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you see a rainbow of them. They are, as you thought, like kind of digging at the ground with their horns, like pointing their heads way down and trying to dig a little hole, and then you can see them like sticking their mouth in there and trying to come up with food. But yeah, it just seems like they are grazing nearby. And as you get close and the light kind of starts to spill over them, you do see them like seem to get a little bit afraid. They start to move away. They don't just break out into a run, but they are clearly trying to keep their distance.
Sure. I think, at any point that we kind of just settle down to rest our legs, take a moment, get some food, I will take 3 or 4 carrots and just huck them that direction, not to try to like get it right at their feet. I don't want to startle them, but like try to split the distance a little bit and then just hunker down and, make myself plainly visible and seen, but not a threat.
Okay. What did I have you roll for the rhinoceros?
Yeah, I think rapport until I needed to move him upstairs, and then that was like physique or something.
Let's have you try to create an advantage with rapport to see if you can impose an aspect on these things.
Okay.
The rhinoceros was a 4. This is going to be harder than that. Let's say a 5.
All right, here we go. I'm at a 3. God, I want this to work so bad. But just like with Tungy, I'm an experienced hunter. I work with animals and mounts and stuff all the time.
Okay, that'll get you to the 5.
Yeah. Could I fully admit this is a stretch. Can I use one of my advantages from my boy Biter, since I was able to do this with a clearly extremely aggressive creature and get away with it? These don't seem clearly aggressive. They're just wild.
Sure.
Yeah.
Invoke my boy Biter because they're friends with Bitey.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, you met him. Oh, we love him.
Oh, Tungy?
Old TB, I love him. Okay, so you spend some time and some produce taming one of these. What are they called?
Rhymespire unicorns.
That's right, Rhymespire unicorns. And it becomes comfortable with you. It seems like it would accept a rider. It seems like it would pull a sled. Like you get this thing effectively domesticated in like 8 minutes and 5 carrots. Tass, what are you going to name this unicorn?
His name is Rusty Axle.
All right, we'll call this aspect Trusty Rusty.
Okay. Look, everyone, they're actually quite agreeable. And I trot him over.
It's so pretty.
It's a lot of blubber.
Yes, they are thick. I'm not sure if this is helpful, but I wonder if we can use some of the parts we have and just speed our way a bit, have a bit of a sled for this fellow here to pull.
Oh, like pull all of us?
Yes.
I don't know who answers that question.
I don't know. I figured somebody would like take a crack at it, and then I'd have you roll some dice and see if it works.
I see.
This sounds like a Kade thing of like building something from the parts that we have.
Yeah, I will try to build a sleigh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I only really know how to make train cars.
Yeah. It's just a train car on skis.
All right. Why don't you roll to overcome with burglary? Trying to beat a 4.
6.
Hell yeah.
Okay. That will be the success. Are you interested in spending anything to get it to a success with style? You would get a boost out of it.
I don't think so. I think in this project, Kade is happy to help, but he's not willing to expend resources that are meant for the movement core.
Okay. So as you are assembling this sled, the few miscellaneous crew that came along to help lug shit are all like shivering and shaking. And one of them's like, hey, if you don't need us anymore, we'd just as soon go back to the boat. And sorry, go back to the hot nugget. And See if we can't warm up a little bit.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Sorry, we said boat. We're not allowed to use that word.
We're not allowed to use that. Carver cuts one of them down.
You call it by a proper name.
You know the rules. Yeah, Carver gives them permission to leave, and they all are like, oh, thank God, and just bundle up and start heading back on foot. So it is now the 4 of you plus a Smee and a horse and a sleigh. You could have done this with Smee. I just realized.
I did spend the narrative that he was designed for this.
Well, now now we've got 2
Yeah.
things.
Oh,
now,
that's true.
now they're pulling in tandem.
Yeah.
Smee's like, I'm part of the team.
Two. They are greater than the sum of their parts. They are emitting more force than
They're best friend horses.
2 brutal best friend horses.
I take one of the teeth that Einon got and put it on Smee's forehead so he feels like he belongs.
And you all start cooking now, like making even better time, better than you would have ever estimated. The conditions stay pretty neutral. The terrain is a little bit wild. Sometimes I think you hear like a big crack, like somewhere in the ice beneath you. That just sounds like the shelf settling or moving, but nothing that ever like breaks through to the surface or knocks you over or anything like that. And after a little less than half a day's ride now at this rate, you lay eyes on the source of this beacon. It is a large, like, crystalline structure that I think you realize pretty quickly looks like it is made entirely of ice. The beam of light that is shooting into the sky seems to be refracting through some of that ice, through one of the spires that comes out of this, and just emitting it off into the sky like a flashlight. And as you get closer, you can make out some detail of this, that this looks kind of like a cathedral, but not big enough, not tall enough. Like you don't see a lot of spires like extending up into the sky off of this thing. It actually looks kind of bizarre. It almost looks like it's inverted and like you are coming in on the ground floor, but the second floor is not above you. It looks like it might be further beneath the ice, as if this cathedral extends downwards.
Very interesting.
It's gorgeous. I mean, a lot of the other movement cores we've seen kind of coincide with the terrain that they're in, as long as that terrain hasn't been overly engineered by people. But this is also very intentional.
Yeah, does it feel like when we made this connection with this location, does it feel like we turned on something that was just turned off?
Yes and no. I think it strikes you as odd that it would just happen to refract light in just such a perfect way that it would do this.
Uh-huh.
But the source of the light, is something you brought about with ether. Like you increased the glow off of the fish. I keep forgetting the name we came up with. The Constellation Carver. You increased the glow off the Constellation Carver, and that is what cascaded over here. So it seems like probably within this there is something that's meant to accomplish the same effect, but you didn't turn that thing on. You kind of circumvented it.
Oh, interesting.
Bouncing off of it.
I will hop off of the sled and start kind of walking a perimeter, just seeing if there's anything dangerous lurking, if anything's made a home here, if there's, God forbid, people here that would mean us harm.
Okay. I don't think I need you to roll for it. You start tracing a path on foot around here. This thing is sort of like, it's not completely circumnavigable. Like parts of it are kind of overblown with a snow drift, and it seems like it's built into an ice shelf a little bit, so you can't walk like 360 all the way around.
Sure.
But as far as you can, you don't see any evidence of like people. You see a little bit of animal tracks like you have along this journey. Nothing that raises suspicion for you.
Well, the approach seems largely safe.
All right, let's keep going then.
Yeah, is there an obvious entrance?
Yeah, there is. There is a giant ornate set of doors that look like they're upside down.
I kind of hold out my arms to stop the both of them.
You guys, we're the first people to see this in, oh my gosh, it's impossible to know how long. Well before any recorded history.
Why do you think it's upside down?
Because the movement cores are connected to the world. The deeper down it goes, the more direct of a connection it has. It could be that. It could be protection from the elements.
Someone could have tipped it over. That's a joke.
Maybe there's some benefit to it being this direction, just mechanically. I don't know. I can't wait to find out. I'll take a deep breath. All right, let's go.
As you approach this giant double doors, they are shut. And as you get up close, it's kind of hard to make out the details of what's what when it seems like everything's made of ice. But you do notice that there is a massive lock on them that is also made of ice. It seems like, for lack of a better word, separate pieces. Like, it does seem like it is a device made of ice rather than just like a carving out of ice. But they do seem to be effectively padlocked with this giant ancient-looking ice lock.
Smee, can you break this?
Oh, well, whoa. Let me try to pick it in case we want to lock it again later.
Oh, right. That makes way more sense. It's a lock for a reason.
Smee was getting all excited, and now he's sad. He's like, okay, yeah, give me an overcome with burglary, trying to beat a 3.
4.
Okay. You fiddle with this lock, and I imagine it's kind of peculiar. Feeling inside for tumblers, a thing that you know this is just water. Like, there is no metal to this, but somehow there is a mechanism to it that you are able to bypass, and you feel that lock click open and kind of settle with a heavy thunk as it falls away.
Is it done? Is it open?
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's go.
I'll push open the doors or pull. I'll try to push first.
They open.
First try.
Yeah, you throw open the doors, which glide open very smoothly, and you are looking into a very large chamber, like a giant church. You can see that there is a aisle leading straight ahead of you, much further in, and there are what appear to be rows of like pews on either side facing opposite the door. Down at the other end, there is a raised platform like a dais of some sort.
From my travels and interacting with Fey folk in particular, like, is this evocative of anything anywhere else? Like, maybe not so made out of ice?
Give me an overcome with lore. Trying to beat it 2.
Okay. That's a 4.
I think looking at this stirs faint memories of ruins you've seen before, various places in the world, that are so, like, down to the foundations that it was hard to identify anything about them. But now that you are looking at kind of a completed version, you're kind of able to go back and be like, oh, that looks like this site I saw here, and this kind of looks like this site I saw here. That it seems like there may have been various structures like this elsewhere in the world that have just been ruined and ravaged since.
Huh. Okay. This is very interesting indeed. Carver, are you young enough to have been born here, or did you travel over?
He kind of narrows his eyes at you, like suspicious of you asking.
Oh, I'm purely wondering your experience in a place like this. Does this seem like anything from what I would say is home, considering your original point, if it were your original point?
He's kind of keeping his eyes on you even as he starts to turn his head towards the rest of the cathedral before he lets his eyes follow and starts to take all of it in. Not precisely. There are touches of Fey architecture to this. And he starts to walk inside.
I'll follow him.
Yeah.
I have seen things like this, not made of ice, of course. I have always wondered exactly what they were and if they were ruins made by man or by Fey.
As you all walk in, you can see a little better against the outside walls, far left and far right, like opposite end of the pews from the aisle you're walking in on. You can see statues, humanoid statues that seem to be facing inwards. And they all seem to have their arms stretched out and up at like a 45-degree angle. And Carver does kind of stop and like look at one of those and start walking through the pews over towards one of them. And you can see that it is a statue of an elf carved out of the ice. But like, as you're noticing that, you look back to him, he's not looking at this one anymore. He's looking at the one next to it, which is a statue of a human carved out of the ice.
Okay.
I want to go up to the dais.
Okay. Yeah, you walk the length of this chamber get to the dais, there is what looks like an altar on it.
An altar, like, are there artifacts? Are there any scrolls? Is there anything to be kind of, like, investigated as far as, like, what is this?
Not here. Looking around, looking at the altar, looking around this area, like, you don't see anything other than what's, like, built in, so to speak.
Okay. We know that this seems to go deeper down. Do we see a staircase or entrance that would lead us further into the ground?
Yeah. On the same end of the room as the dais and the altar, in either corner, like back corners of the wall, you can see an opening in the floor leading to a staircase down. They seem to mirror each other.
Found the path forward. I don't really understand what's up there at the altar. Doesn't really paint a clear picture, for me at least.
No, this is clearly a sacred place. At least it was in someone's mind's eye. And I turned to Carver, like gesturing at these two statues. This is precisely what we're trying to get back.
He shakes his head a little bit. This is not a version of the world that I remember. I don't know what this is or what its purpose was, but it is evidently from before my time.
Well, hopefully if things go our way, this will be a place of our time.
He shrugs. Sure. Do you see anything valuable in here?
Nah, I think it's all ice.
Just hoping for like some gold mixed in, or maybe some of this ice has the ether through it, like the statue we got back.
Oh.
Or maybe it's ice right now, but we took it somewhere else.
It would be water.
Or another material. I don't know. Just still writing off that hypothesis that maybe they used magic to keep this all ice.
I've got my tongue stuck to the leg of the statue.
No, Einon! Einon, we talked about this. You have to stop licking the artifacts.
Is there crystalline?
You can't just lick every elf you see.
Go on, I'll catch up.
Oh, I've got some hot water here. Hold on.
Thank you, darling.
As you pour hot water on it to free Einon's tongue, I think you notice that there doesn't seem to be any, like, perceptible change to the statue.
Oh, that is so neat. It's ice, but it's not just ice. If it was ice, it would have melted away.
Oh, marvelous.
Well, shall we see what's deeper?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, head over to the stairs.
Okay.
And no more needed. and roll down.
And do the thing.
Yeah, you all head down the stairs. They are slippery. You have to be careful and move slowly. And they open out onto a lower floor. The light that has been shining through the ice and making that beacon up ahead, it seems to just be kind of generally keeping this place lit for you. Like it is coming in through the walls enough that you are able to see where you're going. And this chamber looks pretty large and pretty open, a circular chamber, kind of like a dome extending up overhead. And you can see that there is a mural carved into the ice overhead, carved into this dome. At the center of the mural is a carving of a sun, the sun. And extending out from it in concentric circles, you see on one side what look like silhouettes of humans, and on the other side what look like the silhouettes of fae. And this mural seems to kind of represent like both of these groups and both of these places effectively coexisting in the same spot, as you have learned from Roland was the case once upon a time.
Einon, when you said you'd seen places like this before, do you happen to remember where? Like, were they near cities or were they close to the cores? Like, I'm wondering if this is a location for the pass between the worlds.
Yes, I absolutely remember where. And those spots were...
Generally, you've just seen them in the wilds, far from civilization. I think that sort of tracked with their condition. Like, they are far away where nobody is and everything falls up to ruin.
Which is an odd observation as far out as we are. You would think even something like this might fall to ruin, but I suppose since it is attached to a core, or maybe something about the ether in the area, something has kept it pristine.
Yeah. Well, that and, I imagine this place wasn't ravaged by the wars at all.
Oh, that is a fair point. Now that we're working our way down a little deeper, I'm back to kind of scouting mode, because again, just not knowing if there are things that dwell in the deep. I would like to keep an eye out, like be generally going first into areas we haven't looked around and just, seeing if there's anything creeping.
Okay. Yeah, again, I don't think I need to make you roll. You are an experienced hunter. You've got strong notice. You are aware of your surroundings. You aren't noticing any threats. I think what you do notice in this chamber, just like faintly, the carvings that are lower, that are kind of coming down towards ground level in this mural, it does catch your eye that it seems like there is something like particularly three-dimensional about some of them.
Seems fairly safe as far as things that might be lurking, but I can't stop looking at this mural. Does anyone with a more magical eye have any sort of read on it?
Yeah, I want to try and take in the stories that this is depicting and figure out why these ones near the ground look so different.
Okay. Why don't you roll to overcome with investigate? I don't think this is actually particularly difficult. I think you're trying to beat a 2.
7.
Okay. You will gain a boost. So looking at the carvings closer to your level, you notice that a lot of the figures within them seem to be holding instruments or seem to be like singing. There seems to be a lot of representation of musicality in this. And as you get closer, you see that some of those carvings of the instruments are like movable, like rotatable, or like have a button to press. And it's not something that is meant to be hidden. It's just not something that you knew to be looking for. But now that you are seeing it, you realize...
This like an animatronic band?
Welcome to our ice jug band.
Is this like a Gigglebees band on stage that the robots play songs and stuff?
What the hell's Gigglebees?
We've had this conversation.
I believe you. I also have no memory of it.
It's like the arcade pizza place that was where I grew up.
I see.
And they had Wilbur the Coyote, and he would come out and he'd deliver pizza, and he'd have pizza parties there.
It was their version of Showbiz.
Okay.
Okay. Or like Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah, I don't think we had a Chuck E. Cheese, but it was our child casino.
We just had a different wild animal serving us pizza.
Yeah.
Have we talked about the Chuck E. Cheese Showbiz phenomenon? Oh my god.
Oh gosh. Sorry.
And I guess we're not going to, because it upsets some people.
She knocked her shit aside to stop this conversation from happening.
I can't hear this again.
You guys talk about it. I'm gonna find all my dice that just fell.
Okay.
Just that Showbiz Pizza was like a Chuck E. Cheese competitor, and Showbiz was doing way better, and Chuck E. Cheese was failing, and Showbiz bought Chuck E. Cheese and then turned all their shit into Chuck E. Cheese. Like, Showbiz bought Chuck E. Cheese because it wasn't going to survive, but then went, but actually this is a better idea and we can make it survive, and so they turned into Chuck E. Cheese.
Oh, I didn't realize it went that way.
Huh.
Yeah, it seems like it would have been the reverse, that Chuck E. Cheese bought out Showbiz, but nope.
I leaned back, and it's the one thing I can see in the
I think these are glow in the dark as well, so we should have just turned off the lights.
Oh, hell yeah.
Record in the dark.
Fucking party.
So we worked out the puzzle.
Oh yeah, tell me about it.
It's a Gigglebees thing.
You were speculating on whether it was a Jigglebugs thing.
Yeah. We say Gigglebees 3 times into the mirror.
Also Gigglebees shut down and was replaced by Pepe's Pizza.
Pepe's, huh?
Yet another child casino.
Nice.
I love the deep lore.
Anyway, am I right?
I don't know. How do you want to determine?
With the investigate that I just rolled and got a 7 on. And a boost.
All right, you got me there. Yeah, I think interacting with one of these, you walk up to one of these carvings or somebody's holding like a French horn, and you are able to put your hands on it and rotate it, and you all hear a tone just kind of emanate from somewhere and echo throughout this room, a singular, pleasant note. And that is what it sounded like.
Beautiful.
Oh, we've got to clean these pipes.
Oh, I didn't mean to do that, but these are all movable.
All right, so is there some pattern that we have to employ here? One might say we need to have a rhyme to the reason of this ice sculpture. Rhyme? None of you like my jokes. I'm going to stop with jokes.
Is this something to do with the unicorn?
No, it's a ice build. No, never mind.
Speaking of which, is the unicorn in here?
No.
Can unicorns go downstairs?
Did you leave it outside?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, he's dead now, isn't he? Oh,
Jake's
no.
like, if he was here, he would have told you exactly what you needed to do.
It's not even 6. Why are we all like this?
When was the last time we even went to 5? It's been months.
You've discovered that it's movable and it makes noise.
Yeah.
Is there like a pattern? Do we have to just hit all of the instruments at the same time?
Guess let's just start messing with them and see what we have to work with.
I want to look around the room to see if there's anything that we've maybe missed that could be any indication of a song or sheet music or...
I think I don't want to just make you roll another investigator notice. You know what? Give me an empathy roll. I don't think this is going to be very difficult either. I think you're trying to beat it too.
Okay. 0. Can you give me the flavor of what this is about so I can know what I might spend to make it better?
You're picking up the vibe
Ah.
off of these carvings, off of this art.
Yeah.
Oh, use your high concept. Vibe master.
Yeah. Well, then I'll use Ether Connects All Things.
I think that is perfect. So that will get you to the tie.
Yeah.
Does anybody have anything else to make the success, or do we want to ride the tie?
No, I'll definitely use that boost that I just got off these.
Okay. What do you want to call it?
Ice Castle Jam Band.
Oh, raddest ice castle jam band in town.
Okay. All right. So, Kade, I think what you notice, there is no particular piece of music hidden in this or anything of the sort. What you are noticing is just an air of harmony, an air of happiness to all of these carvings. Like all of these instruments and all of these voices are creating something beautiful to behold. And I think that the impression you get is there's no one right answer to this. You just need to make something beautiful.
No. I think it's just checking our vibe. There isn't a right way to do it. It's just that we got to make something that is beautiful.
That sounds really subjective.
You're not wrong.
Is there anything percussive?
Yeah, I think one of the carvings is playing a hand drum.
Let me start us out, and then everyone add something. And I'll go over and mess with that first to, lay down a beat.
Okay. Yeah, I think the way that this manifests is kind of strange because it still sounds like a note, like you'd hear from a woodwind or a piano or something, but it is sort of up and down as if to simulate percussion where there is none.
Okay.
I wish there was a simple way for you to create what we described doing so the audience could hear how bad it probably sounds.
Bleep, blorp, bleep. Hee-haw.
I'd go rotate the donkey.
That's the unicorn trying to get down here.
Yeah, I will go over to one of the instruments and start trying to add some flavor to the stew.
Okay. Maxine, what about you?
Same. I haven't thought about if Maxine has any musical inclinations, but if I haven't established it already, I think she's just trying to follow along with it everyone else is doing.
Okay. Yeah, Carver starts fiddling with stuff too. And I think kind of riding the empathy role from Kade. You all just fiddle around with stuff, making sounds until, something sounds nice to the ear and you leave that one. And so you fiddle with something else until it sounds good. It kind of sounds like it harmonizes. And it's just a little bit of trial and error among the four of you until you're all kind of yeah, this.
We should go on tour.
Yeah, this kind of kicks ass. All right. And what you're ultimately left with, all of these notes are sort of lofty, sustained. It sounds kind of like choir music, but this harmony just kind of hangs and resonates within this room, to the point that you can literally feel it. You can feel the vibration of this music through the chamber around you until a point on the floor directly beneath the sun at the center of the mural starts to slide away, revealing a spiral staircase leading down.
Wonderful.
Is this an end?
I have no idea. My internal clock of...
You're like Abed in the episode when he gets drunk with Jeff, and then he wakes and he's like, "You broke me."
Yeah, that's what I feel like.
be done?
We'll say yes.
Okay. Okay. And I think that is where we will leave it off this time.
Ooh.
Oh, beak, blonk, beak,
Blink,
bark,
blork. Everybody make what you think the music sounds like and send it in. Thank you, everyone, for joining us for another episode of The Crit Show. If you're interested in more information about the Clockwinders or Fate as a system, you can find that in the show notes. You should also check out our Patreon at patreon.com/thecritshow. Bajillion hours of additional bullshit. Way better than this.
Okay, we've got to put that out on our Patreon at the top. A bajillion hours of additional bullshit.
Way better than the main show.
just right now. Just our late evening selves. A lot of material more put together than this, and I feel that is a fair way to refer to it.
Yeah.
Two entire additional shows start to close, which are both GM'd by Tass and both absolutely fucking kick ass all the way through. So if you haven't yet, if for no other reason, go check those out.
Bleep blorp.
And tune in next time for more of this particular show to see what's at the bottom of the frozen stairs. Evocative. Everybody, say bye, please.
Blonk.
Bleep, Lord.
Bonk.
The Crit Show is a Critshow Studios production, edited and produced by Brandon Wentz, with music by Jake Purley. You can find more information about us at thecritshowpodcast.com. To keep up to date with upcoming live shows, contests, and other special events, follow us at The Crit Show on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. For even more weekly content, join us at patreon.com/thecritshow.